world that never gives up. In a quiet green meadow lived a young turtle named Kuro. He often sat beneath a large tree watching the other animals run and leap with ease. Birds circled in the sky, rabbits darted through the grass, and deer bounded gracefully. Kuro looked down at his heavy shell and sighed. He often thought, why must I be so slow? One morning, a tiny hummingbird named Kiki came fluttering toward him in a hurry. Kuro, the rare flower will bloom on the Thunder Hill in 3 days. They say it can cure any illness. Kuro's eyes widened. My mother is sick, he whispered. Kiki nodded quickly. If you can reach it before the flower fades, you might be able to save her. But when Kuro looked toward the distant hill on the horizon, his heart sank. 3 days? Even the fast animal would struggle. He almost gave up before he began. He almost gave up before he began. Then, out of the quiet came Bahliku, an old and wise snail. Turtle cannot fly, my boy, said Bahliku softly. But they carry their home with them. As long as you keep moving forward, you'll get there. Those words lit a small flame in Kuro's heart. The next morning, Kuro began his journey. He carried a small bundle of food inside his shell and slowly made his way to the first substation bridge. The wind howled and the ropes swayed, but Kuro stepped across each plank with passion. Halfway through, a white rabbit named Swift hopped past him. You'll never make it in time, Slowpoke, he laughed. Kuro said nothing. He kept his eyes forward and took another step. Along the way, Kuro met a colony of ants marching over rock ground. They admired his persistence, watching him move on without stopping. We'll show you a safer path, said one small ant. Kuro thanked them, and together they continued onward. On the second night, Kuro entered the fog forest. The air was still and quiet, only the sound of his own breathing echoed around him. The thick fog made it almost impossible to see. Remembering Bahliku's words, he focused on taking one small step at a time. Just one more step, he whispered. Just one more. Thought slow. He kept moving, breaking through the fog. By the third morning, Kuro reached the base of Thunder Hill. There, he saw Swift and several other fast animals stuck in the mud. They had tried to take a shortcut but could not escape. Help us! Cried Swift. Kuro stopped for a moment, then carefully stepped across the mud. His heavy shell kept him steady. Slowly, he pulled Swift out until the rabbit was free. Swift lowered his ears. I was wrong. What about you, Kuro? Kuro smiled and continued climbing. Just as the sun rose, the red flower bloomed, glowing softly in the morning light. He gently picked it, looked up at the sky, and whispered for mother. When Kuro returned home, all the animals in the meadow gathered to welcome him. He gave the flower to his mother, and soon her health was restored. Kuro no longer felt slow. He realized that his strength was not in speed, but in perseverance. Some time later, Kuro sat again beneath the big tree, surrounded by young turtles listening with wide eyes. Remember, he said gently, your pace is your own. You don't need to be fast to arrive. You just need to keep going. And under the warm glow of the setting sun, they all believed that no step is ever too slow when taken with a heart that never gives up.